Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dominate Every Aspect. And in this week's episode, I wanted to talk about last week while I was on vacation and how I managed to navigate through it. Now, as many of you might have saw, I went to Texas for about 4 days over the 4th of July to visit my brother-in-law with my wife. We usually go every year, and this year was no different than any other. I knew it was coming. Obviously, I'm dieting, so I had a little bit of time to prepare. But I didn't really take much with me, believe it or not. The only thing that I did take was, of course, my supplements because I worked out for the 3 days when I was down there. And I took extra protein powder just to hit my protein goal. I did not take my scale to weigh myself. That made me a little bit nervous because, you know, not weighing myself for 4 or 5 days. I've been weighing myself daily. So, I mean, that kind of stressed me out a little bit. But what I did do was just make sure to hit all of my numbers to the best of my abilities. So when I was down there, yes, I did eat out a few times, pretty much once a day. You know, we either went out to breakfast, lunch, or dinner on all of the days that I was down there. But what I did is I went to the grocery store right away when I got down there on Sunday morning, and I bought some food, my staples. You know, I brought some chicken, I brought some yogurt, potatoes, and then almonds just for my fat, and those were pretty much my fat sources. Then I had some cereal as well, just for easy carbs. And basically, I just ate that throughout the course of the day, and then I ate whatever anybody else was eating. So I did track my food to the best of my abilities. My brother-in-law does have a scale because he tracks his food as well, loosely, at least. So he had one there, which was pretty easy for me. So I just weighed all my food there. But when we were out, I just estimated to the best of my abilities. I try not to stress about it too much. Obviously, with me being about 10 weeks out from my first show right now, I still have plenty of time. First pro show, that is, if you caught that. So I did struggle a little bit mentally, not knowing what my weight was doing, just because I've been weighing myself for this long. But I just tried to remind myself, you know, that I have been progressing really well, and that my weight's still been going down. I've been looking a lot better. The workout's still been going well. So that's just kind of the things that I focus on. I tried to remember that I was on vacation, even though I ended up doing a lot of computer work on it. As always, it was nice to be out of Indiana and in Texas, but the work really never stops. So what I'm getting at, as far as like if you're going on vacation or if you're heading out of town, just focus on the things that we can control, right? Hitting our numbers to the best of our abilities. Was I spot on? No. Just because I ate out, and you never know what they're putting in it. But I made smart choices. And then two, you know, just smashing the workouts. Obviously, we still want to enjoy our time there, but we have to take care of business. With me being in a deficit, you know, I can't really overeat because then it might put me in a slight surplus. And over the vacation, I managed actually to drop a little weight. I didn't have as many normal points as I did for weighing myself, just because, like I said, I didn't take my scale with me, mainly because scales don't necessarily travel very well. Even though they had a scale there, it's not the same one that I've been weighing myself on, so I didn't even bother using it. I didn't want to even screw with my head even more. So, you know, while on vacation, just focus on the things that we can control. And let the weight come off, you know, as it will. Mine did. You know, I lost about 0.6 pounds for a low weight from last week. My average weight this week, I'm kind of going to throw it out the window just because I had only, you know, a few days to track my average weight. My average weight was really far down, mainly because I only had 3 days. And at the end of the week, my weight is always less, just because on days like today, which is Sunday where I film these videos, I have my refeed day, so my weight goes up a little bit during the beginning of the week and then kind of tapers down. So this week I'm only going to rely on the low weight to make my changes. But if you guys are heading out of town and you need to travel light, like I flew, so I didn't want to necessarily pack like cooked food. You can, but it just doesn't travel very well. So I just took protein. In episodes before where you guys have watched this, like when I went to North Carolina and to Virginia, I actually packed a lot of food just because we were driving and I had a cooler with me. That just turned out to be, I mean, it's nice to have, but it's a hassle to prepare. So right now, I just took the chance. and just kind of bought food when I was there. But just buy easy things, like when you're on the road like that. And I only eat a certain amount of things anyway, so it's easy just to grab like 2 protein sources, a couple carb sources, and a couple fat sources, and then fill in the blanks, you know, as you see fit. Obviously, worked for me, so hopefully you guys take a little bit out of this on how I help navigate through my vacation, still manage to lose weight, still manage to hit my workouts, and most importantly, still manage to have a little fun and to relax a little bit. Like I said, even though it was a little bit more work than I expected, but that's what you get when you're running your own business. So guys, stay tuned over the next handful of weeks here. We're going to have some interesting things that are going to happen, so stay tuned. As always, guys, keep dominating every aspect, and I'll see you very soon.